zone. Now, I don't trade the first 5 minutes. I've never ever traded the first 5 minutes. I think some people call this the ICT opening range breakout, the orb strategy, right? So I don't like to give it all these different names. But if you're an orb trader and you trade the New York session or you trade US markets as a whole, S&P 500, NASDAQ, US 30, this is going to be for you. The first 5 minutes gives the most context, right? The first 5 minutes is where the magic happens, because what you're looking to see is the market sentiment as the New York session begins. So in other words, between 9:30 and 9:35, who is being aggressive, right? So a zoomed in candle over here is the left-hand candle. So this left-hand candle here corresponds to this candle. So this would be 9:32, right? So at 9:32, this was the main rejection back into the zone. So what we can see over here is just depicting a few of these. Now, I'm not looking at all the numbers. I'm not trying to read all the numbers. I'm only focusing on the delta in the key levels. And just for argument's sake, just to slow it down a little bit, I will break down what some of these numbers represent. So 330 by 525, right? That's just this row over here. What does that mean? There's 330 market participants hitting the bid. That's this left number. And there's 525 market participants hitting the ask. That is the right-hand number. So to make it very simple, what's going on is there are more aggressive buyers than sellers. We had the same logic over here. There are more aggressive buyers than sellers. We had the same logic over here. 279 for 117. More aggressive buyers than sellers. Now we had that all the way at the top. 27 for 0. So if we can see the first kind of, 930, 930, 1, 2, 3, 4, if we can see the first sort of 1 to 5 minutes showing us that the buyers are showing up and being aggressive, and we actually break below the zone, right? We see the market closing below the zone on 2 occasions. If we see aggressive buyers, but lack of follow through, who is in control at that zone? So again, we're coming back to this slide.